God, can you still hear me? I don't even know where to begin anymore. I sit here, heart torn open, spirit crushed, words tangled in silence, and I wonder if my voice still reaches you, or if I've become invisible, even to heaven. I didn't plan to fall this far. I used to believe in things. I used to hold on. I used to wake up with a flicker of light in my chest, thinking maybe today would be different. But now, every morning feels like a repetition of the same gray ache. And every night I sink into a silence so deep that even my prayers seem to vanish into nothing. I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of pretending I'm fine when inside I'm unraveling. I'm tired of being the one who holds everyone else up while my own soul trembles on the edge. I've tried to pray. I've tried to read the verses. I've tried to declare things into existence like I've been taught. But some days, the words die on my lips. Some days, all I can do is cry. And even those tears feel dry. Even my desperation feels hollow now. I don't even know if this is faith or just survival. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's neither. All I know is I'm here, still breathing, still broken, still holding on, even if just by a thread. Do you see me? Not the version of me people think I am, not the mask I wear in front of others, but the real me, the me that lies in bed and begs for sleep to come quickly, the me that watches the world move on while I stand still. The me that wonders why you've been so silent when I've screamed so loud, even if only on the inside. I know I shouldn't question you. I know I should trust. I know I should remember all the things you've already done. But what do I do with the ache that won't leave? What do I do with the days that stretch out like deserts, with no end in sight? God, I'm not asking for fireworks. I'm not asking for miracles. I'm just asking for breath, for one more moment of strength, for one more glimpse of you, in a whisper, a memory, a breeze through the window. Anything that tells me you haven't given up on me. Because truthfully, I'm afraid I'm giving up on myself. I see others rising while I'm sinking. I see people smiling while I'm fighting not to drown. I scroll through perfect lives and picture perfect prayers, and I wonder if maybe I'm the only one who feels like this, lost, tired, and invisible. But somewhere deep down, even in this numbness, I know you are real. I know you're still here. Even if I don't feel you, even if my heart doesn't leap like it used to, even if I can't remember the last time I genuinely smiled from the soul. Maybe you're closer than I think. Maybe you're in this very breath. Maybe you've been carrying me all along, and I just forgot how to feel it. So tonight, or today, or whatever time this reaches you, I'm not bringing eloquence. I'm not bringing perfection. I'm not bringing faith polished with pretty words. I'm bringing the mess. I'm bringing the questions. I'm bringing the doubt and the dryness and the desperation. Because if I can't be real with you, then who can I be real with? You said you're close to the brokenhearted. You said you won't extinguish a flickering flame. So here I am, flickering. Here I am, breaking. Here I am, on the edge. Please don't let go of me. Please don't let this darkness become permanent. Please remind me that hope isn't dead. It's just buried. And maybe you're the God who resurrects what's buried, even when it's buried in disappointment. Show me you're still the God who sees me. Not because I'm worthy. Not because I've prayed enough or done enough or believed enough, but because you are still good, still merciful, still the God who came looking for lost sheep and broken hearts. I can't find the strength to lift my hands, but I lift my soul. I lift my soul with all the weakness I have, and I place it before you. Do with it what you will. If there's still purpose in me, awaken it. If there's still a reason to breathe, remind me. If there's still a light beyond this night, guide me. I'm here. I'm yours. Even if I'm barely holding on, let this be enough for today. God, if I'm honest, I don't even recognize myself anymore. There was a time I was full of dreams. There was a time I laughed without pretending. There was a time I believed, with all the fire of a child who thought the world could still be kind. But now, I don't even remember what that version of me felt like. Where did I go? I've become a survivor of my own soul. I walk through my days wearing a mask, smiling just enough to make others believe I'm okay. But inside I'm screaming. I'm unraveling. I'm hoping someone, anyone, would see past the surface and realize I'm not okay. But most people don't, and maybe that's why I'm here again, with you. Because I still believe you see through me. I know I don't deserve anything. I know I've failed. I've doubted. I've gotten angry. Sometimes I don't even know if my prayers are real or just desperate echoes bouncing off a ceiling. But something in me keeps showing up here. Something in me still whispers, your name in the darkness. Is that hope? Even if I've lost my strength, even if I've lost my joy, even if I've lost my direction, something in me hasn't lost you. Not completely. So I keep returning. I keep talking. I keep trying. Because if you really are who you say you are, the father to the fatherless, the anchor for the weary, the healer of the broken, then maybe, just maybe, there's still room for me in your presence. Maybe you're not disgusted by my weakness. Maybe you're not bored by my broken record of tears. Maybe you actually long to hold the version of me that has nothing left to offer but silence and sighs. So take me. Take this mess I've become. Take this exhaustion. Take this deep, lingering sadness that I don't even know how to explain. Take these thoughts that haunt me, the ones that whisper I'm too far gone, that nothing will change, that no one cares. Take all of it and breathe into it, because I can't fix myself. I've tried. I've read the books, listened to the sermons, written in the journals, whispered declarations in the night, but none of it heals the ache, unless you touch it. Unless you enter into this hollow space and make it sacred again. God, I miss feeling alive. I miss the way my heart used to light up in worship. I miss the tears that used to fall out, of reverence, not pain. I miss the moments I used to believe that everything was going to be okay, even if I didn't understand how. Bring me back, not to who I was, but to who I'm meant to be. I know I can't go back. I know I've been changed by all this, by the loss, by the silence, by the waiting. But maybe the version you're creating through this breaking is someone deeper, truer, more yours than ever before. So let it be, even if it hurts, even if it feels like death, even if I have to walk through this valley longer than I expected. Just don't let go of me in the process, even if I scream, even if I question, even if I collapse mid-prayer. Stay, please, just stay, because even if I lose everything else, if I still have you, then maybe, just maybe, I'll make it through this. You never promised an easy path, but you did promise you'd walk with me, and maybe that's all I need right now, the assurance that I'm not walking alone. So remind me that this pain is not the end. Remind me that you collect every tear, that none of them are wasted. Remind me that even silence is sacred when it's shared with you. And God, please, silence every voice that lies. Silence the voice that says, I'm forgotten. Silence the voice that says, I'm too broken to be loved. Silence the voice that says, hope is foolish and healing is impossible. Speak louder even in whispers, even in stillness, even in the pause between the next breath. Let me feel again, not just the pain, but your presence. Let me remember what it feels like to be known, to be seen, to be safe, not because my world is fixed, but because you're in it. Even if everything around me stays the same, if you awaken something within me, then maybe that's the beginning of everything. I don't need all the answers. I don't need the full plan. I just need a reason to hope again. And God, maybe, you are that reason. God, I've come to realize that strength isn't always about standing tall. Sometimes it's about falling to the floor and still whispering your name. Sometimes it's not about shouting prayers, but letting my silence be the cry. And that's all I have today, this silence that aches. They say faith is believing in what we cannot see. But what if I can't feel? What if my prayers feel like letters I keep mailing to heaven with no reply? Still, I'm here. And maybe that's faith too. Maybe real faith is not the roar of certainty, but the whisper that refuses to die. Maybe it's not dancing on the mountain, but crawling in the valley and still believing the mountain exists. God, if you're listening, and something deep in me believes you are, then let this be enough. My breath, my ache, my fragile yes, because I don't know how to move forward. I don't know how to get out of this pit, but maybe I don't have to know. Maybe I just have to trust that you are the one who reaches in. You're the one who leaves the 99. You're the one who steps into the storm. You're the one who doesn't need perfect words, only an open heart, even if broken. So here is mine. It's not pretty. It's not polished. It's not holy by any standard I've known. But it's honest. It's tired, yes. Wounded, yes. Ashamed, yes. But it's here. Still beating. Still hoping. Still yours. And if you can breathe life into dust, if you can raise dry bones, if you can calm the sea with a word, then you can speak into me. Speak into this fog of hopelessness. Speak into this numbness that scares me. Speak into the hollow of my chest where joy used to live. Say something, God. Say anything. Even a whisper. Even a word. Even silence if it's sacred. I just need to know you haven't left. I'm not asking for miracles, just moments. Moments of clarity, moments of peace. Moments where, in the middle of the chaos, I feel something eternal breaking through. Because the world feels louder than you right now, and my mind feels heavier than my heart can hold. And hope. Hope feels like a candle flickering in a hurricane. But if you're still here, then maybe that candle won't go out. Maybe it just needs protection. Maybe it just needs shelter. Maybe that's why you're called a refuge. Be that for me now. Be the arms that hold when the world falls away. Be the voice that steadies when the lies come flooding in. Be the shepherd who finds me, even when I've stopped calling out. God, I don't want to pretend anymore. I don't want to fake strength. I don't want to wear masks in prayer. I want real. Even if it's raw, even if it's messy, even if it hurts. Because what I need isn't comfort, it's you. Not blessings, not breakthroughs, not noise, you. The you that weeps with me. The you that sits in the ashes and doesn't rush me out. The you that sees past the layers and speaks to the child still hiding inside. The one who once believed the world was safe. I miss that child. Can you remind me who I was before all this pain? Before the betrayal? Before the disappointments? Before the diagnosis? Before the divorce? Before the depression? Before the hope began to wither? Tell me again who I am, not who life tried to make me, not who pain tried to shape me into, not who fear says I'll always be. Tell me who I am to you, even if I can't believe it yet, even if my heart resists, even if my mind argues. Say it anyway. Say it until it breaks through. Say it until the lies lose their grip. Say it until the dark begins to tremble. Because if you still speak, then hope is not dead. Then maybe I'm not too far gone. then maybe this valley is not my grave. It's the garden where resurrection begins. Let that be true for me. Let this breaking become birthing. Let this darkness become depth. Let this night become womb instead of tomb. God, I am not asking for the pain to vanish. I'm asking for it to matter. Make it matter. Let it become the soil where new life grows. Let it become the ink you use to rewrite my story. Let it become the scar that testifies of your healing hand. Because if you're still with me, then this pain is not wasted. Then this tear-stained journey is not in vain. Then this cry, this honest, desperate cry, is being heard. And even if I don't feel you, even if I never see the answer I long for, if you're still holding me, that's enough. That's everything. God, stay here. Don't just visit me. Dwell here. Don't just pass through this pain. Inhabit it with me. Turn this wilderness into holy ground, not because it's beautiful, but because you are here. I used to think I had to escape to be healed. Now I wonder if the healing begins when I stop running. So I stop. I stop trying to be strong. I stop pretending to be okay. I stop masking my sorrow with hollow hallelujahs. Instead, I sit with you in the ruins. I let you see me as I am, trembling, bleeding, questioning, and still hoping. Still hoping. Even if just a thread. Even if just a flicker. Even if all I can do is breathe and say, "Don't leave." That's my prayer now. Not eloquent, not powerful. Just raw, just real. Just mine. Don't leave me here, God. Not like this. Not when I've come this far. Not when you've promised you're close to the brokenhearted. I am broken. And if ever I needed closeness, it is now. I don't need you to fix everything today. I need you to be everything today. Be the breath in my lungs. Be the beat in my chest. Be the anchor when the storm pulls hard. And I'll keep whispering this truth even when it feels like a lie. You are good. Even when life isn't. Even when pain speaks louder. Even when my tears seem to drown your voice. You are still good. I say it because I need to believe it. I say it because it's the only thing that keeps the night from swallowing me whole. I say it because somewhere inside, there is a seed still alive, and it refuses to die. It's hope, small, quiet, but stubborn, like a root beneath the soil, unseen but refusing to wither. That is me, God, still here, still reaching, still yours. So take this life, this messy, shattered, aching life, and breathe on it. Not to erase it, but to redeem it. Not to silence the pain, but to give it purpose. Redeem my tears. Redeem the years I've lost in sadness. Redeem the faith that feels like it's barely flickering. Let this be the place where hope is born again. Let this be the moment you prove the valley isn't the end. Let this be the hour you wrap my wounds, not with answers, but with your arms, and I will rest in that. Not in the solutions, not in the escape, but in the knowing that you are not far. You are Emmanuel, God with us. Even when us feels like just me in a dark room. Even when with feels like silence instead. Of sound, still, you are. You are the God who sees. You are the God who remembers. You are the God who holds, even when I'm too weak to hold back. And maybe you've been here all along, in the pauses, in the stillness, in the aching emptiness, where I thought you were absent. Maybe that silence was sacred. Maybe that space was womb, not tomb. Maybe what I thought was the end was just the beginning of being real with you. And if that's true, if you are truly here in the wreckage, then I don't need to wait to feel better to believe. I can believe now. I can believe as I cry. I can believe as I doubt. I can believe even as I break. Because faith isn't the absence of pain, it's the presence of God in it. So come, Lord, Come into this raw, unfiltered, exhausted heart. Come not with lightning, but with whisper. Come not with answers, but with presence. Be the God who stays. And when I forget again, because I will, remind me. Remind me that you don't tire of me. Remind me that you are not ashamed of my weakness. Remind me that my brokenness isn't a barrier to you. It's a bridge. It's the very place where your love meets me. And so, even in this moment, I choose to believe you are listening. You are healing. You are restoring, even if I don't see it yet. So I end this prayer not with certainty, but with surrender. Not with a loud amen, but with a quiet, still here, still breathing, still hoping, still yours. And that will have to be enough, because with you, it is. Amen.